morning, guys. Welcome to another exciting episode of Twitter Manipulated Olivia, and I am Olivia. And you guys are like, why is there no excitement in the voice and everything? Dear guys, you know, today, like, clear before now, like, we've been talking about everything under the sun and the moon happening in the country, and I said, we're going to talk about everything excluding insecurity. So, though we're not going to talk about insecurity, we're going to talk about the state of things, like, generally in this country right now. Like, the country is in a serious state, so, you know, I'm very, very sober about what's happening here, and I know it's actually, like, you know, so, guys, like, today we're going to talk about the way the country is going. I'm going to talk about it, and the kids are going to talk about what they think should be done and the changes they want to see implemented in this country, like what they like to see, things that actually make them happy, you know, seeing in this country. But before then, we're going to go on a short break, and we're still going to listen to Michael Jackson, We Are the World, again, yeah? Because a lot of things are really happening, like a lot of things are happening every day. You go on, you you go on the news, you go on your phones, get browser and everything, and you keep hearing bad news, kids have been kidnapped, um, villages have been invaded and ransacked, you know, bonds, banditry, like kidnaps and all sort of things. Like it's sickening. It's lives have been lost. Hearing better things every day, no one is safe. I don't really know. Like everybody now is everybody in different part of the country sleep all sleepy, one eyes, you know, open. Because they don't know. You can never be too sure, like you can't be too sure of safety. You might feel like, oh, it's happening in the north, it's happening in the north, but you know one thing about terror? It's like a wildfire, it keeps spreading. Like it keeps, if it's not contained, if it is not, I don't want to explain it to you, like, if this wildfire is not tamed or put out, it will spread. Ask countries like Somalia and, you know, there are many examples all over, like, examples, real life examples of countries that are still in this palpable state, you know, because of something that wasn't done, that wasn't put in place or ignored, and now they are suffering from it. So what have been battling this thing for 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, and they're still there, like, their citizens are now insurgents, not insurgents, they're now refugees, people sleeping in camps and all sorts, depending on age. The few ones remaining want to are like dying on the sea because they're trying to smuggle themselves into foreign countries or Europe. That might be our fate very soon. We don't pray for such, but it might be if something is not done. I mean, we had a civil war, you know, 1967, 1963 to 66, I can't remember, but for 3 years, you know, and they fought an entire ethnicity, an entire tribe, about 5 different states, and they killed about 3 million people. They fought them back to back, and they won them. So I mean, like, I mean, terrorists, I don't really know how many they are, but if they are, I don't think they're up to a million. I mean, they're not up to a million. I'm certain they're not up to a million. I mean, if you could kill 3 million people, as in you chased from Asaba, they were chasing them to the and on the chat from town to town, you ransacked, you raided, you send them out, you. I mean, at the point that they blocked major entry points where food, you know, they could actually get food from major borders and everything. You laid a siege on them. There wasn't any way they could get food, armor, aid, and everything. You did all these things. The only way they could get food was through airstrikes, like air raids and everything. So why is it not? What's happening? Why haven't you guys taken the same measures for you know who? And then there's hike in price, in fuel, food. The country is very, and that aside, some people are saying some factions are saying they want to split, they want to be on their own. and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's making, trying to like, compensate the people or console them or give them reasons why we should be together or go on a campaign. Don't think that we are right. Like there's strife, and like even in some states, there are intertribal war, intertribal fights, intertribal violence, and nobody's saying anything. The country is on fire. Like we are on fire. You know, so it's nothing to be happy about. It's nothing to be excited about. So this is time where we are going to reflect on societal happenings. And like I said, we are going to speak about everything happening in society. And trust me, everything that's happening in society now, it's not looking rosy at all. It's not looking, it's not looking nice, it's not looking good. From the increase in electricity bill that just went off, shot up like a rocket. This is not the stock exchange. This is not stock market, everything is equal up. And what about Nigeria? And the thing is an inflation. We're not Zimbabwe. This is not Zimbabwe, for God's sake. We're heading towards, very soon we'll be in the same deplorable state as Zimbabwe, buying a bag of rice for 50 million or 50 trillion Zimbabwean dollars or whatever. We're this close to being in Zimbabwe's situation. When there is, even Venezuela, Venezuela has the highest inflation rate. To buy a piece of meat, you are buying it for thousands. They don't even have water. You can afford to get food, but you can't afford to get water. Can't they see like there are so many examples? There are so many examples they can learn from. They're not blind. Even if these are not like in the year 1800 or in the 16th century. These are things that are happening. Like presently now. If you take a kid from Venezuela, they take a kid from Zimbabwe and so many countries with inflation problem. And we're heading down that path. When before in the past you get a mattress for 65 naira, getting it 10 years later for 65,000 naira, is that not a high surge of inflation? It is. Every country once in a while, there's an inflation in price. Let's say in 1900s, $10,000 of 1900s, like that actually gets you maybe $600,000 now. Then like presently now, yeah, that's like the market value or whatever now. But still, yeah, it is not as bad as ours. It's still not as bad as our own. Like the way the country is, like it's getting worse. Ghana used to be like that before, but they made themselves better. So why can't we make ourselves better? Why? So we're going to go on a short break and I'm going to dedicate to you and you're going to talk about things you'd like to see happen in this country, the changes they want. Because a lot is happening and we are not happy about it. Nobody's happy about it. Nobody is. Though we try to, one thing about human is the human can thrive in the most difficult, the worst situations, you know. But we don't want to thrive in horrible situations, in emergency situations, in life and death situations. And everybody's thinking about, like, it's at the back of everybody's mind that, we're this close to, we're this close to becoming a world-taking country. We're this close to it. We're so close to it. And we don't want to be. We don't want to be Yemen. We don't want to be Somalia. We don't want to be so many countries that are in a war zone. We don't want to be those countries. We don't want to be those countries. So we're going to come and short break and I'm going to dedicate to you. Right? They're going to tell us what they really want to see in the country. So guys, we're going to listen to Michael Jackson. We are the boy. And that's it. So welcome back to Tawana Pion with Olivia. Yeah, like Michael Jackson said, we are the world. We are the ones to make a better change, you know. So maybe because we've not made enough changes, maybe because we're used to the norms, but we have kids and we want them to be a tool of change, an instrument for change. So we're going to, we might say, oh, she was old, so we're going to listen to the new, the ones who, they might not really be involved, directly involved in what's happening, but they see it, they hear it, they might not be able to like digest the whole situation or, you know, but they can feel it, like they can sense the fear, the worries, you know. So in their own little way, in the way they understand it, they understand what they want implemented in society, the changes they want to see in the society. So now I'm going to introduce myself to you. Yeah. So there's this beautiful girl beside you, like she has been the bane of the show. She has been with me from the onset to now. Yeah, so I'm going to introduce. What's your name? My name is Oluwayaneke. Oluwayaneke. How old are you? I am 9 years old. You're 9. What class are you in? I am in basic 5. Where is 9? She's in basic 5. What school do you attend? I attend the Nuclear International School. I attend the Nuclear International School. So, this is Cutie. She said cute. What's your name? Whoa! She said, take that! Whoa! Mo yọ Olúwa bólúwa ti fẹ́ mo yin Olúwa bólúwa ti fẹ́ Ayọ̀létí Esther. Yeah, how old are you? Moyin says 4 and she's so smart. I started on this a long time ago. Yay! What class are you in, Moyin? You're nursery 1? Moyin is nursery 1 and Moyin is so smart. Moyin is like, she's so smart. Do you know the school, Moyin? International school. Whoa! International school. From now henceforth, Moyin is going to be a constant face in our program. Like I mostly born. What school do you attend? Lightstand Nigerian Primary School. Yeah. So guys, you had me when I was talking about the serious state our country is in right now. Like how so what changes do you want to see? Like as a child, what are the happenings, what are the things you want to hear about that is going on in this country? What things would you like to see? At least you watch American movies, you watch Nickelodeon, there's many things that you see on TV that like that they do, like you see in the like happening in their varieties they are and you like so what are the things you like to see in our country that make you happy? I like to see the reduction of the price, the fuel and all those, and I like to see good government than bad government that just living this Nigeria. Okay, you like to see reduction of price and fuel and good government. What's your idea of a good government? Like, when you think of good government, what do you think a good government does? Like, what would a good government do? They provide for the people, for the society, they will do the roads, social amenities, they will supply the water, the electricity that we need. I mean, like, and they'll keep the people safe. Yes, they keep the people safe. She knows what the big government should do. I'm sure they also know what they should do, but they are not doing it. I mean, basic amenities, basic amenities, key. That is why you are there. Let's forget about luxury. Nobody's even asking you to, like, basic amenities. You know the funny thing about the water? If you give people water, good education, and, good education, reduction in some certain maybe foodstuffs and everything. So the funny thing about it is like a cycle. It is an increase, the way Nigerians, in fact, the way the average Nigerian think, it is an increase in dollar that doesn't even affect the list of things. There is definitely going to be an increase in everything. If there's an increase in shoe, people, let's say they import export shoe from Aband, or maybe Aband marketers decide to, like, okay, we're going to increase. So if there's an increase in leather, trust me, there's going to be an increase in everything. They're going to say, whenever they say leather don't cost, they won't say, no, but I'm sure most of them only buy shoe once in 7 years, but they will tell you leather don't cost. Leather, they see that there's even an increase in labor. They won't tell you that, oh, since there's an increase in, labor, like, labor salary or cost of labor or anything that they are doing, they will tell you, oh, labor now charges more, there's an increase in it. Like, that's the way Nigerian works. So why can't they make these things very, very easy for people? And then they might not even they might even choose not to build roads, but roads are part of basic amenities. Good road, good, good education, food, water, electricity. We don't have these things. Water as basic as how cheap, as how they're not making water a luxury for us. This is not Venezuela. Venezuela, water is a luxury in Venezuela. Fuel is so, yes, it's so easy to get fuel there because they have it excessively. But water is a luxury. I mean, I'm sure that's what the people in Niger Delta, that's what they face. Because they are the one where they are the one that have the oil. They are the one, it's their land they are tapping, their land they are destroying. So I'm seeing something that is what those people face. Water is a luxury to them. So I'm going to ask Moyi, what did you like to see? What are the things? What do you want to see in the country? What do you want? Like, what would you like to have in Nigeria? In your house? Let's say your house is Nigeria now. What do you want to see in your house? Let's say, what do you want to see in your house? What do you want mommy and daddy to buy for you in your house? What do you want? I want to see good government. She knows what she wants to see. If mommy and if her house was Nigeria, she wants good government because you like Cocoa Pops, right? Do you like Cocoa Pops? You want to eat Cocoa Pops every day, right? What's your favorite program on TV? What do you like watching best on TV? Mickey Mouse. She wants to watch Mickey Mouse every day. If mommy and daddy feel like if there was good government in the house, she wants to watch Mickey Mouse every day. She wants to eat Cocoa Pops every day. And you like Capri Sun. She wants to drink Capri Sun every single minute and second every day. That's what good government is to her. And that is what she wants. And I hope mommy and daddy, implement all these things. So, Olua, what things would you like to see in this country? What do you want? I want the start of banditry, the ethnic conflict. I want a good president that will serve and defend this nation, not taking money, traveling all around the world to them himself and leaving the people in the country suffering. And I want things that are expensive now to pay me. Very, very intelligent. How do you feel when you go on the news and you hear they've kidnapped 100 people? How do you feel? I feel scared. Of course, obviously, as you should. I mean, if I was, no, I even feel scared. I feel so threatened. Like, I feel like, what if I'm on the road and one day somebody have slammed me into a bus, gagged my mouth, and then That's everybody. There's no way. That's the human in us. When we see that, oh, there's the fire, I wish I was trying to say, thank God it's not my house that is burning. We are still scared that it might spread. We are still scared. We are still afraid. We are still, you know, we're not comfortable. We're not happy. We don't feel safe. We don't feel secure. It's very, very simple. It's very, 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 very simple. And I don't see any reason why. I keep saying these things like, if some people are this wanting to instigate war. I won't say they want to instigate war or anything more. It's because they are concerned. Like they don't feel safe anymore. They don't feel like they are being represented enough. They don't feel like they are, I mean, they can see the inequality, or so I don't blame them for wanting to break out, for wanting to say, oh, you are not getting enough attention. That is the human nature. Even if you're in a relationship, I am not getting enough attention from your husband or from your wife, or you will be happy. You feel unimportant. So I don't blame them for feeling that way. But also, they are also trying. Some people are also trying to instigate war or incite war. So what will happen if some people are also trying to incite war? They are trying to also incite war. You understand? So these people now that are trying to okay, oh, do this, let's go kill these people, let's chase these people out, blah 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 and all this stuff. They have the money to run away. They have the money to disappear. They have the money to fly them and their loved ones and their immediate family members out. They have private jet at their beck and call. When the rich are running away, they run away with their friends and family. The private, some of them have 12 private jets, some of them have 2, some have 3. Yeah. So now I'm going to ask the kids about what they think about this wanting to break out, people. Have you heard of, okay, I'm going to ask, have you heard of Sunday Igboho before? Sunday Igboho, have you heard of him? No. What about, have you heard about him? Yes. So what do you think about him? Well, I think it's good and it's time to defend this country. Moyi, what do you think about Sunday Igboho? What do you think? He's good. He's good. What do you think about him? Okay, you've not heard about him before. Since everyone said he's good, he's not. I think he's going to try his best to sharply defend his speech. Yeah. What do you think about Sunday Igboho? He's good. He's good, right? But I also think he's good. I'm not going to say I think he's good. I think he's doing what some people are scared to do. People might say, oh, he's dead because he wants to collect money. If everybody wants to collect money, like everybody, but nobody is bold enough to take up that initiative. Nobody is. I mean, they've been killing these people for months. They've been going through, and nobody has spoken up. But like, he chose to speak up. He didn't even care whether people were going to support him or not support him. Because people have been, let's say, crying in silence. People have been muffling in silence. People have been living in fear for so long. And he said, we can't keep living in fear. If you don't see, the thing about life is if you don't speak up, nobody, if you are killing thousands, millions, billions of people in a particular place, and nobody is bold enough to come and say to the world, oh, they are killing us, so people will know. People will even take note of your pride. That's why when people start up a movement, they try to spread the message across to the world. Like even when they block up the internet, they always like say they are killing us here, or we are being oppressed here, or we are being. It's not because people don't know. People feel like they are okay. So he said, no, you guys can't keep crying in silence, living in fear. So I'll speak up. I don't blame him for saying he wants to break out. I don't blame anybody for saying they want to break out because it's obvious, inequality. Because it feels like if they are not getting the attention we need here, our problems are not being tended. Maybe if we go our own separate ways, maybe we'll be able to sort out our problems by ourselves. We will not have to deal with these problems anymore. You can't go to Ghana now, small Ghana, and say you want to come and start inciting. They will kick you out. Before you say that, you've been kicked out. So if they were their own independence country and they tell you you can't do this thing yet, they will kick you out. But they can't do any of those things because there's this one law governors and everything. But what I'm just trying to say is that, like, despite, you know, him, what he's doing is good, right, speaking of people and everything, let's not try to incite more. Let's not take away the fact that he's wealthy enough to, like, he's rich enough. If anything happens today or tomorrow, he is wealthy enough to like take his kids, his family and his loved ones out of the country, and then the rest of us should be the ones to face the consequences. During the Biafra saga, at the point the people left, he ran. People were dying, they were killing people. He left. You understand? But while he was away to wherever it is he went to, he told 18 young then that, oh, keep pushing. But that was smart enough to say,
okay, we'll stop fighting. We'll stop fighting. Why don't you tell people that we'll stop fighting for now, and then maybe later we'll re-strategize? You can't tell people, oh, you want to run away or by yourself, and tell them to keep fighting, and then when they ask you why you're running, you say you live to fight another day. When you want to run, you tell them to stop, and also tell them that when you guys stop, oh, later we'll pick up the fight. Not you leaving them behind and then telling them to keep fighting while you are hiding, trying to save your neck. Why are you trying to save your neck for another day? Like, it's quite unfair. If you ask me, it's unfair. So when you are doing something, when you are inciting people, when you are trying to make people do something, when you want to leave or when you want to push out, let them know. You can't drag millions, multitude into a cause and then one day pull out and say, oh, you live without letting them know, without letting the same people know these are the reasons why we need to step back. These are the reasons why I need to step back. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't really work that way. That is all we have to say. So guys, we're going on a short break now, and then when we come back, we're going to talk more on this issue.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
So guys, welcome to Kids Have an Opinion with Olivia. I know you guys are like, oh, you're just talking, but I'm sorry, my emotions got the best of me. Like I said earlier, like there was nothing, like I'm not in a state of frenzy today. I'm just sober. So, but I'm going to I want to ask the kids, like, what's your favorite cartoon?
Nickelodeon.
Like, what program do you like watching best on Nickelodeon?
Game Shakers.
What's your favorite? You like watching Mickey Mouse, right? Mickey Mouse. What's your favorite?
Henry Danger.
Okay. What are the things you like when you watch Henry Danger? Like, forget about we know Henry Danger performs magic. Like in his school, he has his school. He goes to his school, his house. What are the things you see that you like? What are the things you see that you don't see in Nigeria that you feel like you would want to have?
I feel like having everything, like the bubbles, the shoes, enter the superhero costume. I wish to have it, but I don't think our Nigerian government are trying.
Okay.
And because he's so awesome that people sponsor always like when he fights crimes and do all those things, which I like it.
Okay.
But I wish that I'm like him.
Oh, you wish that you're like him so you could do more for us, right?
Yes, and in future I want to be a soldier and I want to serve and defend this country. And they said readers are leaders of tomorrow, and I want we children to be the leaders of tomorrow, and we be the most best leader of tomorrow, the most best leader of tomorrow. I know that this government and banditry and those sort of things that is going on, I know that the thing is going to be over very soon, and the thing will be over
Very soon. Hopefully, we pray, we wish that everything is going to be like a nightmare. But it's a nightmare that has been, that has been in existence for years. So we hope and we pray. And, he's been influenced by what he says. Henry Danger is a hero. He wants to be a hero. He wants to save the country and everything. So hopefully he'll be able to implement those changes. I know he will because, So we're going to ask Muin. Muin, what do you want Mickey Mouse to come to Nigeria? You want Mickey Mouse to come to Nigeria? Do you want Mickey Mouse to come to Nigeria? You want Mickey Mouse to come to Nigeria? What would you tell Mickey Mouse when you see Mickey Mouse?
yes.
What would you tell Mickey Mouse? If you see Mickey Mouse today now, what would you tell Mickey Mouse? You won't tell Mickey Mouse anything? You won't tell him anything? Okay, Moy is still trying to figure out what she'll tell Mickey Mouse, so we'll ask Ore, like, your favorite cartoon is
Thunderman.
Thunderman. What are the things you see in Thunderman and you don't see in Nigeria? Like, what are the things you see there that make you wish, that you sometimes wish that was here in this country?
Well, I love their hair. Their hair is so long, and I wish my hair is long like their hair.
Okay.
And all those cool stuff that normally used to do that Nigeria has not done.
Yeah.
All those elevator things and all those things that Nigeria does not have.
Yeah.
And one place that they call this Plattsburgh, I wish I was the one that have that place.
Wow. You see, like the basic that I think Thunderman, like if you even watch iCarly, you watched iCarly.
Yes.
They had all those things in place
Yes, cool
then.
things. Yes.
They had it, and iCarly is like how many years old? To feel like 2003, that's like 17, 18 years back. And to think that like they still have those things in place, and they're making it better, and we have not even started. Like the school I attended in 2003, if I even go there, it's even in a much dilapidated structure. Like it's not even looking good. It's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. We're supposed to be getting better and better, not worse and worse. We're supposed to be following. That's life. You follow the trend. You can't wear what your grandmother wore in 1986 and you're wearing it now without saying it's retro fashion. It's not possible. You can't call it in-style fashion without saying it's retro. It's not possible. So what advice do you have to give to the government? What do you want to tell them?
I like to give an advice to the government that they should reduction of the expensive thing that they have done now. They should reduce it, and they should stop. They should just provide good roads. They should give the society what they want. They should do social media. They should provide for the electricity, the water that we need, the road that we need. Not like all this road that is already spoiled that the government will never even do for anything to do about it.
Simple. Government, hope you can hear this. Like you might say, oh, she's old, but at least a child is telling you what to do. Since all the whole advisors you guys have can't tell you guys what to do, maybe you could listen to these kids and put in place what they told you to do. We need basic amenities, we need water, we need electricity, we need cheap things. This is not Zimbabwe. We're not heading to Zimbabwe. We're not heading to Venezuela town or Zimbabwe town. So they should make things easier for us. Please, we're begging. So what do you think the government should do?
Meant to
should do the expensive thing.
She said she want government, all those expensive things like Cocoa Pops. You know Cocoa Pops is now 16 naira, Shibi. Like Cocoa Pops, you want to go government. What do you want government to do to Cocoa Pops? What do you want government to do to Cocoa Pops?
They should do the price.
Yeah, government should use it. Because how will she eat Cocoa Pops morning, afternoon, night when Cocoa Pops is maybe 100 naira more expensive or 200 naira more expensive? Daddy wouldn't give her morning, afternoon, and night. Daddy would give her only once in the night, and that wouldn't be nice. I mean, she buys Capri-Sun for 15 naira. Who knows now she's buying it for 17 naira. She won't drink it every day. So government introduce the price. Please take notes, government. So what about you? What do you want the government to do?
I think government to lower every price of fuel, everything that you have not done. And I pray that anyone that is capable of everything in this Nigeria should just stand out, and God should give the person the grace to do everything the government did not perform.
That is what we need, a hero. We need a Samson. We need a Moses. I mean, it's so tiring. Like, thinking about the damages they have done. They've made it worse for us. They've made it no. So we're not happy. Children, are you happy with the way the country is going?
Nope.
We used to buy biscuits 2 for 5 naira. I'm sure you guys didn't buy biscuits 2 for 5 naira.
2 for 20 naira.
You see? So that's what they are. I'm very soon now. You guys, maybe one day we'll be buying biscuits, 1 Coaster biscuit for 100 naira. That is not what we want. I mean, so the kids have advised the government, please, we are begging. We're not doing shakara. Just do the needful. See, the people can be like, there's nothing stronger than the government. If the government stand up today and say this is enough, we want to fight this, they will, but they don't care. They obviously don't care about us, and which is not fair. It is not fair. If you don't care about us, who will? I mean, that's why there's a government in place in them, because of anarchy and chaos. That was why humans decided to institute a system of power. Like, let somebody lead us. Let us come together and say one person should lead us, so that whatever this person says, we will do it. Because if you let everybody to be themselves, it's already, I mean, because there's nobody, it seems like there's nobody in charge. That's why A wants to break out, B wants to break out, C wants to fight, D wants to chase people out of, like, it's happening in the eastern part. There are some places in the eastern part that they are fighting themselves. So because the government is not in power, that's why one person can say, I'm going to shoot everybody in this place and nothing will happen. So government, please take charge. Come in and be the government you're supposed to be. And now we've come to the end of this episode. Yeah, Israel is cracking me up. Israel is the man behind the camera. So don't worry, next week we're going to be talking about, we pray we have exciting things to talk about, and we don't have to dwell on we don't have to dwell on sad things, like, because kids are supposed to be happy and they're not supposed to worry their pretty little heads about bandits and hiking price and everything. But that is what the government is making them do. Government is even making babies that are yet to be born think about the situation of things in the country. Yeah, so I've come to the end of this show. So next week we're going to talk about, maybe radio experience and everything, and how the kids, what they think about the radio and how it has been for them. And don't forget to place your ad. Like, if you want to place your advert, if you're looking for a platform where you feel you can garner more visibility and publicity, don't forget, this is the right platform for you to advertise your school, your crèche, kids goods, anything that has to do with kids. Here is the best place to place that advert on. And for a token, I mean, it's not that expensive. So don't forget to message us on Merciful Radio on Facebook, Merciful Radio on Instagram, to tell us what you want and the changes you want to put in place, things you like us to talk about. If you want to send your kids here, you own a school, and you want to, you could send your kids here. Just message us wearing your uniform and what best way to advertise your school. than a smart kid wearing your uniform, speaking facts, confident like Moi. You know, you see the way Moi was confident, like what other way? So guys, like I said, we've come to the end of this episode. See you guys next week. Same time. I'm not going to say same time, I'm going to say same day. Bye. So we're going to hit it on we are the world, because that's what we're going to be. Both we kids, adults, oldies, youngies, we're still the world. We make up the world, so let's make it better.